So we're here at the Chiropractic Personal Injury Seminar, one of the attorneys who showed up, and so we talked about the attorneys, we talked about specifically the difference of a soft tissue injury case, and if it's not documented properly, we don't have those financial drivers. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does. It does.
Yeah.
It does. It helps out the case a lot too.
Can you see how that if the doctor doesn't know the specific test to run and document, that soft tissue injury case essentially will be worthless?
Correct. Yes, and you nailed it. When a doctor misses the information, for us it makes it a lot harder to try to negotiate the case because.
Well, you don't have a chance. If you don't have the documentation, you don't have a chance.
You have zero opportunities, and
right.
Like you said before, it's going to be a low ball case.
Right.
They're going to lowball
and you can't do anything about it.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I'll try to argue, well, pre-existing or something else.
Yeah.
But you don't have the documentation. It wasn't documented, and it really.
When we explained, the soft tissue injury documentation and how it fills all those financial driver categories, did that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
And then the second part of that is, did you see how? What did you think about when I talked about how to now? And you're an attorney, but I actually teach how to win the case, which was do a good job with the mechanism of injury, cause and effect. Subjective, hybrid subjective, objective, and objective findings. Then follow that with therapeutic protocol, response to treatment, MMI, and the prognosis and the need for future care. So when I give you that documentation in that format, how much does it help you?
Boy, mechanism of injury is super, super important.
Well, how about all of them when I put them through the sequence of all 6 categories?
Like you've placed it in your seminar here. Everything comes one right after another, and it's giving you're telling a story. Yes,
yeah,
you're building a story for the client.
Yeah,
and that's what gives it more credibility because mechanism of injury is very important, like I stated. And then you go on to the next phase. You're bringing up the next issue with the problem with the case, and this is where it helps out the attorneys and any attorney's office. It'll help them out.
And how would that help you if the chiropractor gave you that narrative report in that format, not only had the documentation, but he had it in the 6 categories to win the case and the 2 to defend it?
It makes our job a lot easier.
Right.
Normally when you argue with the adjuster, they're looking for those points, and all I have to do is pick up that report, look at it, kind of read it off from the report that was provided to us, and just go from there and keep on forming out basing on that.
Yeah, and how stronger would you feel if you had that type of documentation to not only demand a higher claim, but to actually go after it?
Oh, very confident, very confident.
Yeah.
It's coming from a doctor, so we will use that to our benefits.
Great. Okay, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Yep.